Can a home of a loved one that's passed away be sold when the family and the personal representative live out of state? That's our topic today. We'll get started right after this.
When you're selling a loved one's home, it can be a daunting process. And when you live out of the area, it can feel even more overwhelming. You're trying to make decisions about a property that you may not have seen very often in the recent years, and coordinating all of the details can be a lot.
And for many families, and especially the personal representative, this can quickly turn into a very stressful and time-consuming situation, especially when trying to manage everything that goes along with a loved one's home and your own personal life.
This is where having a team that's local can really be beneficial. Having someone who can physically be at the property and make real-time decisions is essential through this process.
And that's where a team like us, we come in. From walking the home and assessing the situation within the home, having a team that can physically be present to help vendors come in to do repairs helps to keep everything moving forward without delay. And of course, we keep you informed all along the way. You make the decisions, we implement.
Hi, I'm Ashley Rivera with Probate and Trust Help. We help executors, administrators, and trustees through the preparation, marketing, and sale of a loved one's home here in San Diego County.
Hi, I'm Kim Ward, and I work with Ashley, and what we are talking about today is walking you through the process of preparing a home when you live out of state.
Preparing a home for sale has a lot of moving parts, especially when you're dealing with a home from someone who has passed. Not only is there the normal sales process, but you also have to prepare the home by performing a clean out and having property removed, potentially having some repairs completed, having the property possibly staged if it's in condition to do so, professional photos, landscaping. There's lots and lots of moving parts.
And coordinating all of this, you can only imagine, could be very difficult, especially when you don't have trusted contacts in the area of where the home is located. And then there's also the concern of how do you get the vendors in and out of the home, and how do you make sure things are being done correctly and in a timely manner.
You may also be worried about the security of the home, and how do you keep it safe if you're not living in the area? You could be worried about giving people access via a push-button lockbox with codes, or handing out information that could potentially come back and bite you if somebody's accessing the property when they're not supposed to.
Having a single point of contact can keep everything streamlined and everything moving forward like you would like. And that's why we do this for our clients. We keep the property secure, we keep everything organized. And if the home that you are responsible for is not in San Diego County, we can introduce you to a great agent in the area where the home is located. Just put it in our comments and we'll get back with you as soon as possible.
At Probate and Trust Help, we also want you to know that communication is a key part of making this work.
We provide consistent updates actually every Tuesday. No matter what, we reach out to our clients. If there's something important that they need to know in between the Tuesdays, of course, we reach out to them. And if they have a question, we encourage them to contact us.
We always ask our clients at the beginning of the process what form of communication is most beneficial for them. And we often find that multiple forms is what really provides the best outcome for our clients. This means that a lot of times their clients will like a phone call or a text, and we will also send an email because then they have a form of documentation that they can keep record of to keep them moving forward and to be able to share that information with others, potentially other beneficiaries or their attorney if necessary.
The goal is to keep you fully informed through the process without overwhelming you.
If you're finding this of value, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell button. We record videos every week, and we do want you to be informed through the process.
We share a lot of content on our channel that's for executors, administrators, and trustees. So you're going to want to go there and just look around and find out the information that you need.
Many of our clients tell us that when everything is organized and handled professionally, the entire process moves smoothly for them. And with that, the process becomes much more manageable, and we want you to have that experience too.
So instead of having to travel back and forth, because we have clients that are from Florida, and that is quite a long distance to get to California, And so instead of them having to go back and forth, we manage everything for them, keeping them informed, and they make the decisions on what we are going to do regarding repairs. Every step of the way, our clients give their permission, and then we implement.
If you're managing a property from out of the area and you need to get it prepared, marketed, and sold, it's important that you take the time to figure out what resources you have in place now. Understanding what support you already have is going to help guide you through figuring out what support you will need in addition.
And many of our clients, when they meet with us, they don't realize that we will take on a lot of this responsibility for them, because there's always so many things that still need to put together after our first initial consultation. And having that clear path through this process makes things more calm for our clients, and they really appreciate that we will do as much or as little as they want us to do to help them.
And just to be clear, some of the steps that we'll take, for example, in preparation, is to come in and determine whether the property might have the items that could be sold in an estate sale, or if a cleanout company needs to come in. We'll always coordinate with our clients about how they would like to handle the personal property. Sometimes they want an item shipped, or they would like to donate particular items at the request of the decedent. That's part of the preparation process. Once a property is cleared out, then we'll go through the process of having it cleaned, potentially some repairs completed if that's something that is within financial means of the estate, and also something that the estate representative would like to have completed.
Right, and we will put together a basic idea. My husband's a retired contractor, so I kind of have an idea of what things cost. And much of the time our clients will need some cost-effective repairs. We're not talking remodeling kitchens. We have a client right now that we're helping in San Carlos, and they had a green dishwasher. Doesn't work. And I shared with them that we don't want to be known by buyers as the green dishwasher house, because buyers do that, they name houses. We are getting it changed out for a stainless steel dishwasher that I sourced for our client, I paid for, and now my client's going to reimburse me for that dishwasher, and I'm getting it installed. It's going to match the refrigerator that's there.
And the reality is that the kitchen is functional and it's clean and it's well maintained, but it could be brought into modern day standards of a kitchen. It's just not within the financial means of the estate. And the reality is that someone could move into this home and choose to update their kitchen how they would like it updated when the time comes. And it also gets the property on the market a little sooner, which means that it's sold a little sooner for our client.
And something else that we frequently do and are doing on this house in San Carlos are changing out the knobs and handles in the kitchen and the baths. And the reason is they're really dated. And I sourced all the knobs and handles. I think it cost about $120. And we've got a handyman changing them out, and it will make a significant difference on how people see this kitchen. And let's talk a little bit about marketing. How we start is by putting a sign in the front yard that says coming soon, so the neighbors are aware of it. It also says please do not disturb occupants, even though most of our homes are vacant.
Right, and then we go through the process of setting up a listing on the multiple listing service. And we will put the property on several days prior to the weekend, because we want to have that property visible to as many potential buyers as possible, with showings at the open house that weekend.
That's when the showings begin. So the home can be on the market, on the internet, for 3 days prior to any showings. And what this does is causes the open house to be pretty well visited, and also, we've noticed a lot of the buyer's agents just have their clients come to our open house. We want as many people in the front door as possible. We want to see the potential buyers seeing each other, and then that can equate into multiple offers for our seller to consider.
And next would be the sales process. We ensure that our client has all the right documentation so that they're disclosing anything that potentially they do know. Disclosures are different for most of our sales because a lot of times our clients are not living in the home and they honestly don't know all the details about what is occurring or what has occurred in this property.
And those disclosures, they protect our client, the executor, administrator, or trustee, and the estate. I like to say that we are I dotters and T crossers. We're very careful with what the client discloses and making sure that they disclose everything that they are aware of. And the next part is the negotiations, which is one of my favorite parts. And when we receive multiple offers, that gives us the ability to get a better price for the property and better terms, meaning timelines are shortened, or making sure if the buyers are asking for a $2,000 home warranty, we can negotiate that to $700, things like that.
Through the negotiation process, we also reach out to any lenders. We will reach out to the buyer's agent. We want to see how qualified the buyer is and also what the response is from both the lender and the buyer's agent. We want the process through the sale to be manageable, and we have had cases where we reached out to a lender and never heard back from them, which oftentimes means that it's going to be really challenging to get this sale through.
If you are responsible for a home that is out of the area you live in, feel comfortable reaching out to us. We can either help you if it's in San Diego County. If the home is outside of San Diego County, we can also help you by introducing you to someone who's qualified to help you through the probate or trust administration process.
And we're always happy to help you figure out what your next steps will be. So please like, comment, subscribe, put something in that comment section about what assistance you need. And don't forget to hit that bell button so you're notified of all of our weekly videos. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching.